what you gonna show us today?
I'm going to talk about bench pressing and ways that I've found that are good to clean them and how I like to rotate. There's probably other good ways to do this, but these are the ways that we found that we like to do it. And we're going to show with the kettlebell, a dumbbell. I know that's a weird looking dumbbell, but it is a dumbbell, and a barbell. And we're going to go in this order because the kettlebell requires the least amount of mobility to get into position because of the offset weight of the kettlebell, and then the other two.
Okay.
So starting out with the kettlebell, two ways that we like to do it. One of them is just a regular old one arm clean without the assistance of the other. And then the second is when it gets heavier, which is my preference because I like to spend less energy on the clean and more on the bench press itself, is a two-hand clean. So I get set, other one goes on top, and it's just gonna help bring it into position just a little bit easier, and I get it set in the position that I like. And then from here, I'm gonna rotate and do my bench press. And I like to go two hands back down. Now that one requires less mobility, like I said, because the kettlebell is here. With the dumbbell, that's going to change position because there's no weight back here anymore. It needs to be stacked over my joints. So I'm going to need some wrist bend back and a vertical forearm. Now with the dumbbell and the barbell, I find it very useful to go into a staggered stance because of the extra range of motion that's required. To me, that just feels better. And my preference is the side that I'm going to bench press on, I instead step back on that foot.
After you clean it, right?
After I clean. But the alternative, you can step forward with the opposite foot. Also good.
With your kettlebell bench press, do you also do a staggered stance?
I don't find it necessary because of the less range of motion that's needed for me to get into a good bench pressing position.
Okay.
Okay, so with a dumbbell, because it's a little bit more awkward, I always do, even if it's light, a two-arm clean. And I'm gonna clean it kind of almost up onto my shoulder. So, here we go. Second hand is bracing, I'm ready, I'm gonna swing it behind my legs and up into the rack position, and the plates are gonna be resting a little bit on my shoulder. You can see up here, and then step back, and then I rotate, and now I'm ready to go. Bring my foot back, two hands, and I set it down.
Cool.
Now, the barbell is very similar to this one, but it's trickier to maneuver because it's going to try to helicopter. Similar, but now instead of rotating into position, I'm gonna rotate my feet. So you'll see. And that's to help with the helicoptering position. So, two ways to clean this up. One of them is you can tilt the bar up on its end, but you'll have to have good collars that are squeezing really tight because otherwise it's going to slide down.
We have these ones, they're fun, they're magnetic.
Yeah.
Real
And
special.
they lock really tight. So here's one way. Just tilt the bar up. Grip it however you want. And then you're going to dip your body down and bring up. And then you can do your bench press. Or the other way, which is my preference, is to do a clean.
And it's very important to make sure your hand is directly in the middle of the bar, right?
Yeah, exactly, which is kind of hard to figure out, but you want to be like right in here. I feel like the sweet spot is the ring finger is pretty close to center, and not like middle finger here. But so for me,
yeah,
that feels the most balanced. So you can see this is my grip right about there. So it's pretty close to center right there. Okay. So I'm going to do it's a two-arm clean but only up into the one arm. The second arm just supports. So I overhand grip and stand up quick. And I'm in position. And the bar you can see is resting on my shoulder just a little bit. Other one here to support.
Yep.
And for me, I like to rotate underneath it.
Wait, so go back because I didn't. Okay, go again.
Okay, so I rotate my body and then I come off and now I bench press. Stand up and I come back lower to the rack.
Yeah, that seems easier than trying to rotate.
Exactly. I do not like
this.
method
It's
here.
like a whole thing.
It's very hard, and then you have to try to
Stop the road. Yeah,
It's very challenging.
totally.
So,
Yeah, it just seems like it just will want to go whatever direction.
right. So my preferred method is, I think it's so much easier to get it up there, turn my body,
Yeah.
go into the bench press.
Cool.
And that's how we do it.
Thank you.